Dear friends, it's another episode of Business Matters, and I hope you're feeling fine. I hope somebody is starting a business, running the business already. I remain your coach, Engineer Felix Nnamdi Onachukwu. Today, I'll be discussing something very vital for every startup business or a new entrepreneur, something very important, and it's called entrepreneur's vision. It's part of those entrepreneurial philosophy that you, as a new entrepreneur, must know and have in your kitty. What is vision? Like I said, I'll be discussing entrepreneur's vision. Vision is what makes the difference between an entrepreneur and an ordinary trader, or what you call ordinary business person. When a business is without vision, or when an entrepreneur is doing a business without vision, that business automatically becomes boring because there is no pursuit of vision. One special gift that every entrepreneur has is not sight. Sight is common, of course. Sight is for the eye. Everybody can look, but not everybody can see. The vision I'm talking about is something about the heart. Many scientists, inventors, great entrepreneurs that have given birth to civilization were men of vision. I read a book about a man of vision, and I love him so much, called Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum of Dubai, the vice president of UAE. In his book, My Vision, he made an analogy about what happens in the jungle. And I quote, "With each new day in Africa, a gazelle wakes up, knowing that he must outrun the fastest lion or perish. At the same time, a lion stretches, knowing that he must outrun the fastest gazelle or starve." Unquote. It is no different to business ecosystem. Only men of vision survives the jungle. And if you are there and you don't have a vision, like I said, business will become boring. Vision is the source and the hope of life. It sets one free from difficulties and limitations the eyes can see, to that endless liberty that the heart can feel about what you can do. It is vision that makes the unseen visible, the unknown possible. Vision makes suffering and disappointment bearable. At a time in your business as an entrepreneur, there are times, like I told you, there will be ups and downs. But vision makes that disappointment bearable. It generates hope in the midst of despair. Even when you are down, you know you are going to get up. What matters is not that you got down. What matters is that you got up. How you feel inside is what matters when you are facing any challenge. It's not about what is happening around you, what anybody can see. But within you, you could say, I know I will get right up and still meet my goal. Now, vision activates endurance in business crisis. If you have business crisis and you're a man of vision, it activates that endurance. Vision inspires in the time of distress or when you are depressed. Vision inspires and motivates the discouraged. Those that are discouraged, only vision can motivate you. And that's the reason you must set a vision for yourself as an entrepreneur, so that in a time of distress, in the time when you are discouraged, you find motivation when you still remember where you are headed. Now, vision is a foundation of courage and it fuels persistence. We know that the society, especially in the developing economies, the third world, the economic situation is not stable. As a businessman, one government policy can upturn everything, can change your plan. One event especially political instability, can just change everything. But when you're a man of vision, you remain courageous. And that persistence, there will be a persistence saying, I'm not going to throw in the towel. I will continue this fight. Men of vision don't back out. When they hit the brick wall, they don't stop because of what they see across the wall. Let me tell you a few people that I respect so much as men of vision. Whenever I think of the story of the two brothers, the two Wright brothers, who pursued their vision. If not that they pursued their vision today, none of us will be flying. But because someone like Thomas Edison pursued his vision, that's why we have the light bulbs. There's a man I recently watched the other day called Elon Musk. I started following him because I like to follow men of vision. He said that he wants to die in another planet called Mars. And he has been sending things to Mars and see how he could make it habitable. And his vision is to take 1 million inhabitants of the earth to the Mars. Today, he owns Tesla. Today, he owns SpaceX. These are men of vision. The entrepreneurs of tomorrow must rise to pursue a vision of helping humanity. Africa, youths of Africa must rise to the reality and quit fraud, because fraud can land you nowhere. Until you discover what helps humanity, then you will not make money. Until you discover it. In Africa, there are a lot of opportunities because it's still developing. Despite the hopelessness, despite the uncertainty, moral decay, political instability, you must rise to grab the opportunity. Or the investors from outside will come and take up that opportunity. They are researching Africa. They could see money on the street of Africa. Why are you not seeing it? Why are you going to the internet that the people have developed for good only to what? Only to achieve fraud. And it does not last. Because it cannot give you the joy. It does not last. Vision has its principle. And I'll be discussing that in detail maybe when we get down into real coaching. These are the things I call preamble that will kind of encourage you to discover and chase a vision. In your business, if you don't like what you are doing, think of another thing. Your vision, despite the hard work it takes to get at it, must be something that wakes you up, something that gives you joy. Some people are stuck somewhere in the mode of confusion as to what to do. You need to think deep. Look at yourself. Growing up, there are things that fascinate you. There are things you really want to do. Look very well. Look very deep. You find that opportunity. Some people have abandoned their vision because of discouragement, failure, and they are now in slumber. You need to wake up there. Go back to your vision and pursue it. You are not the first to have hit the brick wall. You are not the first to have met some disappointment. Most of those big entrepreneurs go and read their stories. You see that what kept them is just vision. They've had their worst days. They've had not one, not two. I've had my worst day 3 times in my life as a business person. But I'm standing today, still talking, still moving, because I know that vision is all it takes. When I was growing up, there was this mentor, and I love to call his name, the owner of Kosharis Motors. I've always followed him. What's that thing I was doing? Everything about him. When he wrote a book, I was looking for it. I will go to YouTube. I will look for every interview. I want to hear his stories. And when I heard from his story how he suffered, how he lost everything he got, and how he continued to weather the storm, I told myself, wow, I cannot give up my vision for anything. And that's why I'm standing today. Many have vision but are stuck with 8 to 5 p.m. job. And yet they are not satisfied in the job. If you're not satisfied, why don't you quit? You are wasting your time. You need to break free and pursue your dream. Necessity is the mother of invention. So arise, Africa, and set up SMEs that will reduce unemployment, and then we reduce crime in our society. That's where I'll be stopping today. Remember the topic: entrepreneurs' vision, and pursue a vision as a business person. Thank you. See you in the next episode.